Them things are addicted. With enough. Yeah, I probably won't be reading them this. Ooh. It is officially the last month of 2025, so I wanted to do something a little bit special, a little bit festive. Today, we're obviously picking my December TBR, but we're not just picking my TBR. We're gonna add a little bit of razzle dazzle. Today, we're gonna pick 10 books off of my bookshelf, and they're gonna be from every single genre. Once we have those 10 books, we're gonna wrap them in holiday-themed wrapping paper, because why the freak not? And then from there, we'll pick 5 of those 10 books, and those will be the final books I read in this year. I genuinely have no idea where the year went. It feels like it went by in a flash, and I definitely didn't do everything I wanted to do this year, but that's not a problem for today's video. That's a problem for my therapist. Let's go. Now I'm thinking, because we're picking 10 different books, I think we should pick 2 books from each genre. And right here we have our romance section, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I love really cheesy Hallmark-esque holiday romances. That's the only time I like cheesy, predictable romances, is in the holiday time. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it says about me, but it is something that is consistent and has stayed with me since I was a kid. So let's look for some holiday romance, shall we? Let's see. I think all my holiday romance is on this side. How cute is that cover? Ooh, we also have Good Spirits. I heard that this is actually BK Borison's best book, and I've never read anything by her, so that should be real good. All right, that was easy. Let's try our fantasy section. We have some fantasy over here as well as over here. Why are you leaning like that? Hold on. You feel better? We have fantasy right here, and we also have fantasy right here. I don't think there's anything on this side that I actually want to read, but let's check this side. You keep playing around with me in these angles. Get down here, pay attention. What we have here, absolutely freaking not. Are you kidding me? This is like 2 books in one, and I'm sure this is Amazing Joe Hill, and I'm gonna read it eventually. But we are not doing this to ourselves in December, because I still gotta read them books from November. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all not getting none of my money. I'm broke. I'm on book 5. Don't you worry about it, sweetheart. I got 5 more books. I'm gonna read them. Don't count me out yet. So we're not reading that. Sorry, Joe Hill. Ooh, wait a second. What about Dreadful? It's a standalone. It's about this guy. It's supposed to be really funny. It's about this guy who's like the ruler of this evil world, and he gets amnesia somehow, and he wakes up and he realizes he doesn't remember anything, but he's trying not to get killed by his own kingdom. So he's pretending to be the person he actually is. He just doesn't remember his life and his routine. It's supposed to be super satirical, dark humor, and just really fun. So I think this would be a great option. The only thing about fantasy that I'm scared of is every time you read fantasy, there's like 30,000 books in a single series. Like, please. What about the Golden Enclaves? This is the 3rd book in the Deadly Education series. I read the first 2 this year, and they were both really good. So I feel like this would be a great way to round out the year. All right, so we have some classics over here. Let me see if there's anything I want to read. No, I don't think so. Let's try over here. No, not this, not this. What else with those? Ooh, All That Remains. This is actually the perfect book to pick here, because All That Remains is a book by a forensic scientist who talks about their job, and she basically deals with death all day, every day. It kind of just talks about the science of it, what the body goes through during that process, and it's something that we're all going to go through. And as a scientific person myself, just having a love and passion for science, I've always been really interested in this story, and I've heard nothing but great reviews on it. This would just be a perfect way to end the year. Let's actually try this side over here, because I think there's some more books that I really wanted to read on this side. Oh my goodness, I know the one. Pictures of You. This actually came out this year. This actually came out last year. This is a book about this girl. She gets amnesia, right? She can't remember her husband, but she remembers her best friend. And suddenly she's like, wait, you're kind of cute. And we get to see that story. Is it the best redemption arc for her? No, but love is love. You never know. And I've just been wanting to read this for a while. I was supposed to read this last year. It was given to me, and it just sounded so good. And the people who have read this that I know all said that this was really good. And this will also be my first book by Emma Gray. So very excited about this one. We've now got 6 books. 4 more, guys. 4 more. Lock it. But first, we do have to thank today's sponsor, which is Pair Eyewear. Now, I personally wear Pair Eyewear glasses all the time. And if you think I'm lying, if you watch any of my videos, you know I wear these clear glasses all the time. Now, I just got a new pair. This is the Reese. The other ones, if you would like them, these are the Otis. And I got these ones because I wanted a little more razzle dazzle. I wanted a little bit of color. And once you pick your base frame, it's so easy. All you have to do is go to Pair Eyewear's website, go on there, choose your base frame. Again, if you like these are the Reese. And then from there, you choose your lens. Now, I personally don't have any eye prescriptions, but if you did, all you would have to do is put it in and they would put the prescription onto your lenses. I always get the blue light glasses because I'm constantly on my computer. I'm either editing or commenting back to you guys or looking for new and fresh video ideas. So with that, I'm on my computer for hours at a time, and that strain is so bad on your eyes. But with their blue light glasses, I never have to worry. Once you pick your lens, then you can have fun. That's when you can pick the top frame. Now, as you know, I usually wear my base frames all the time, but anytime I want a little extra razzle dazzle, You can pick so many different colors on their website, and if you want a little bit more fun, they have tons of collections and collaborations all the time. And as if things couldn't get any better, they also have sun tops if you want to bring the protection outside. I look like one of the 3 blind mice. I personally work with Pair Eyewear all the time because I genuinely like their products, and if you shop now, you'll be able to participate in Pair Eyewear's largest sale of the year with up to 30% off. All you have to do is use my link down below and you'll get a free gift with your purchase. Thank you again, Pair Eyewear, for sponsoring this portion of the video. You see anything you like over here? I'm not talking about me. I'm sorry about that. Oh, I know one right here. Yep, this is What Stalks the Deep. This is actually the 3rd book in the Edgar Allan Poe retelling series of What Moves the Dead. Y'all know I've been loving this series. I started it last year, read the 2nd one this year, and this is the 3rd one that I got this year as well. Right here. Now, what else? Oh, I know. I'm locking eyes at it. It's locking eyes with me. Devil in the White City. This is a true story. This is about a true story. There's like some type of fair in Chicago. The Chicago's World Fair, please. The Chicago World Fair in like the 1800s. And it's about the perspective of the architect of this huge movement as well, simultaneously with this guy who pretends to be a doctor. And he's not a doctor. He's actually a serial killer. And this is not fake. This is a true story. I've been wanting to read it all year. This is an absolutely amazing pick. Thank you, Kalila. We gotta get real down low for this one. I want to continue the Red Rising series. Can you even see? I'm getting real sick and tired. You playing around. This is our last books for the year. Lock in. I really don't be meaning to yell at you like that. I'm sorry, girl. I don't think this is ridiculous. What I'm thinking is, you know, I want to keep reading the Red Rising series. I've read 4 of the books. We're supposed to keep reading them, and we are going to keep reading them because of Sorry, I've had some sugar. The last book is coming out next year, so we're 1000% going to finish this series. I just don't want to have my heart ripped out of my chest for the last month of the year. What can I say? Call me sensitive. I love the series. I really want to focus on it. I don't think I have the emotional capacity to do that this year. We can start it early next year and then wait for the last book. I think that'd be a good idea. So we're not going to do that. But you know what we can do? We can do The Ministry of Time as well as Recursion. With Recursion, y'all have been telling me to read this since I read Dark Matter. I absolutely love that book. I believe I read that this year. It was the first book I read this year. Oh my gosh, full circle moment. So Recursion is another book by that author. Apparently it's just as good as Dark Matter. So if y'all say it, I'm gonna believe it. Then last but not least, we have The Ministry of Time. This is another sci-fi book that I started, I think a few months ago, but I never got to pick it up again. I don't DNF. I just be forgetting what I'm reading sometimes, but I do want to read it because the beginning was really, really good. I'm pretty sure I read like the first 50 pages. So these are all of our books. So here's a quick recap of all 10 books that we'll be reading or potentially reading this month. First, we have The Golden Enclaves, which is the 3rd book in the Deadly Education series. Dreadful, which is also a standalone. For romance, we have Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. This will be my first book by her. Super excited about this one. Then we also have The Christmas Tree Farm. In literary fiction, we have All That Remains, as well as Pictures of You. With sci-fi, we have The Ministry of Time, which I've already started, and Recursion by Blake Crouch, the same author of Dark Matter. Last but not least, we have our thrillers, and I'm super excited about this one. This is The Devil in the White City, which is based on a true story in America. And finally, What Stalks the Deep, which is the 3rd and final book in the series, What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Now that we have all 10 candidates, it's time to wrap. Only problem is we can't wrap a gosh darn mother freaking thing without some hot cocoa. And you're in luck because I just got some new hot cocoa from Home Goods, and I also got this really cute mug. I gotta show you, hold on. You're gonna freak out. This is my new Christmas mug. I got it from Home Goods. I believe it was $6.99. It's the size of my head. Can you believe it? How cute. Then I got some hot chocolate. This is milk chocolate, which I personally don't like, but my niece really likes it. Then I got some peppermint hot chocolate. Never had that before. She's cute. I always like obviously have it from coffee shops and stuff, but I've never made it at home. And last but not least, we have salted caramel. That sounds delicious. Which one should we get? You know I don't like milk chocolate. I just told you that. So we got 2 options. We got peppermint and salted caramel. You know I'm enough caramel for the both of us. We don't need that. I fear it's gonna be peppermint. Let me show you the last thing. How gosh darn cute is this? These are like the little marshmallow things that you put in your hot chocolate. Because you know how sometimes when you make hot chocolate, all the marshmallows melt within the first 5 minutes? Well, this fixes everything. Ooh, there's a little packet in here. Place 2 to 3 tablespoons in 6 to 8 ounces of hot, not boiling, water. Stir and enjoy. Add more or less to suit your taste. Easy enough. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, mostly because I can't. That little straw thing did not make it over here from that kitchen to this living room, let me tell you. Them things are addicted. That is not okay. Plus, I thought it was pretty egregious to have hot cocoa with no marshmallows. I'm no barbarian. So let's see. Oh, delicious. Now that we're officially ready to start wrapping some books, there's only one more question. Santa hat or stripes? You read my mind. Stripes. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. And we're done. 1 cup of hot chocolate and a few Christmas songs later, we've got a beautiful product. Look at that. I outdid myself, if I do say so myself. I love doing this. I'm so good at them. Humbly, humbly, humbly. They look like little candy canes. Good choice on the wrapper, by the way. And I really feel like now I'm prepped for Christmas. I'm ready for the holidays. I'm ready to, you know what I mean? Now we need to mix these because I fear they're still in the same genre pile. So I want to mix them first and then we get to pick our books. I'm so excited. It genuinely feels like Christmas now. Okay, we're gonna pick the one on the top. Feels a little thick. I think this is gonna be The Devil in the White City. Let's see. This is so much fun. Please, I'm a child. Pictures of you. Ah, that is very cute. I do like a little drama. And the name of self-development. Book number 1. All right, now let's do a little bit of a mixeroo here. Let's pick this one. There's so many options, I genuinely don't know what this could be. Maybe it's a sci-fi. I'm gonna say sci-fi. This is the Golden Enclaves. This is sci-fi! No, this is... Please don't leave. This is fantasy. And it's a book I genuinely wanted. It is the Golden Enclaves. That means I'll be finishing this series in 2025. This is the 3rd book in the series. Super excited about this. And because the 2nd book left on such a crazy cliffhanger, I know this is gonna be good, but I'm a little bit worried because there are a few people who either like love it or hate it for some reason. I think it takes like a weird turn, so we'll really see what I feel about it when I read it this month. All right, now let's pick another one at random here. I wanna get a book guess right. Let's see what this is. I do want one romance because even though we've been in a bit of a dry spell, I do like romances in the holiday season. Gosh darn my wrapping skills, I can't open it. It's like the back of the book. I think this is the Ministry of Time. Yes. I can finally finish this one. I really didn't want to bring this in to 2026 because I already started it and I really want to read it this year. So this is perfect. I'm liking every single pick we've gotten so far. Granted, we are only 3 in. Taping the book was a bad idea. I'm scared. Everything's fine. We've only got 2 book options left. We've already gotten a fantasy, we've gotten some sci-fi, and we got some literary fiction. If we get one of every single genre, I will be a happy lady. Let's try this. I'm really worried about damaging my books. I think I know what this is. I saw like the back and it was tan. I think this is All That Remains or something like that. The book by the mortician. Sorry, the forensic scientist. I was right. All That Remains. That means that's another, is that literary fiction? I think it's considered literary fiction, but it is based on reality, so I don't really know. These are the 4 books so far. That means we only have 1 more and not a gosh darn mother freaking romance or a thriller. That's crazy to me. All right, let's see. 1 more. Give me some luck, girl. I'm feeling this one. Lucky number 5. Let's see. Not me not wanting to read a romance for 3 months straight and all of a sudden I want to read romance just because it's holiday season. I can never open these. I'm so good at wrapping. Are you tired of me yet? I really want Good Spirits by BK Borison because I've heard nothing but good things about her and I've never read anything by her. It's getting a bit embarrassing, to be honest. This is The Devil in the White City. We did not get a thriller. What is wrong with me? This is a thriller. We just didn't get a romance. We got every single genre but romance. The one time I'm looking for romance, we did not get romance. How ridiculous. That means we are reading Pictures of You, which has a bit of romance in it, but that's not the main focus. We also have a fantasy, the last book in the Deadly Education series, The Golden Enclaves. We also have a sci-fi, The Ministry of Time. Then we have literary fiction, I guess, not really, All That Remains, as well as The Devil in the White City. These are fantastic book options. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but romance is still in the air. So I'm not gonna cheat and like, we're gonna take one of these books out. No, 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 I've grown I've evolved. I'm different. New year, new me. No, what we're gonna do is just add another book to the TBR and just hope to goodness it is a romance. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure it out, because usually romances are kind of tiny like this. I genuinely have no idea, to be honest. I know one of these is what moves the deep. This is what moves the deep because it's hard. It's got to be one of these 4. I'm gonna go with this one. This is gonna be a romance. I know it. I feel it in my bones. Hold on. Good spirits. My spidey senses are kicking in. My spidey senses. We are reading these 6 books in December, plus them 5 gosh darn mother freaking books from last month, because I'm not giving you a gosh darn mother freaking 6. I'm sorry for yelling. It's the economy, not me. To be honest, if I can be honest with you, I don't know how probable it is for me to be reading 11 books in a month. That's 11, right? Yes. I'm but a girl in this world trying her best, but you know what I will read? Them 5. We might not touch a gosh darn book in this stack, but them 5 from last month, yeah. Thank y'all so much. I'm sorry. I need to stop threatening y'all for real. That's crazy. This is a safe space. Come back. Come back. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. This was genuinely so fun. I love wrapping gifts. I love the holiday season. Let me know what your holiday traditions are down below. What books you're going to be reading for the last month of 2025. Crazy. It's crazy. Let me know what you're going to be reading for the last month of 2025. If there's any other books you want me to add on my TBR, I probably won't be reading them this year, but I can try to add them to the list next year. All right, I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next video. With a note saying I loved you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been. Can I tell y'all something? When we made that hot chocolate, it was only good because it was hot. When it cooled down, it tasted watery. We need another scoop of something chocolatey, some sugar in there. Obviously, I needed more sugar. Obviously. Maybe next vlog.